Hello and welcome to Bottoms Down, Chair Yoga for Everyone. I'm Carol. I'm so glad you've joined us today. Check out the sections on the Bottoms Down YouTube channel homepage. They make it easier to find classes by length or by purpose or by body area. And if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button. Don't forget it's free and I'd love to hear from you, so leave a comment. In today's practice, we'll explore poses for a deeper stretch. You'll only need your chair for today's class. And let's get started. So we're going to move forward in our chair and take just a moment to make sure our feet are grounded to the earth. And let's think about grounding those sits bones as well. Lift your heart. Flip those palms up to the ceiling, close your eyes, and connect to that heart center. Just feeling your natural inhalation and exhalation. And then begin to elongate that breath, inhaling a little more deeply and exhaling a little more completely. Do that one more time. Bring your hands to your heart and set your intentions for today's practice. One more breath here. Bring your hands back down to your thighs and open your eyes. Let's shrug those shoulders up. And then we're just going to let them fall down. Let's do that again. Shrug those shoulders up into the ears and let them fall. One more time. Shrug them up. Should feel good. And just release. Excellent. We're going to let our right ear fall towards our right shoulder. Now you're going to reach up with the right hand and you're just simply going to lay it lightly on the head. Okay, so we're not pulling or tugging. We're just going to let that hand give that neck a little extra stretch, just the weight of it. Now let's take that opposite arm and extend it out, flexing the palm, pushing the palm of the hand towards the wall beside you. Just one more breath. Okay, let's bring this hand down first. Take the hand off of the head and lift that head up. Oh my goodness. Okay, and let's go ahead and do the other side. So we're going to let that left ear fall down towards the left shoulder. Reach up with the left hand and just lay it lightly on the head. Opposite arm extends out, flex and push through the palm of the hand. One more breath here. All right, let's release that hand, remove it off the head and lift that head up. How does that feel? Right? Pretty intense stretch for me anyway. Okay, we're going to come into cow pose. Let's take the thumbs to the back wall, lifting up through the sternum, through the chest. Maybe you look up just a little bit. And then let's go ahead and round down into cat pose. Pull that belly in, tuck the chin, let the head fall. And let's do that again. Up into cow. Maybe we add that breath. That's an inhale here. And then exhale down into cat. One more time. Inhale into cow. And exhale into cat. And release. And let's grab a sip of water. We're going to move into gate pose. So we're going to start by just moving over towards the right side of our chair. So I'm holding onto the chair here and I'm going to extend this leg long. So you want to think about this leg being grounded. Remember how at the beginning of class we grounded our foot to the earth? So I want you to really think about this leg and foot being grounded to the mat, to the floor. And then this leg is going to be nice and extended out. So I'm up on the side of my foot. So I'm not pointing my toe. I'm I'm not going to be working the quad here. We're going to be working the side, okay? All right, very good. Now I'm going to hold the chair with my left hand. My right hand is going to come up towards the ceiling. And then I'm just simply going to bend my supporting elbow as I lean. Do you feel that sideways stretching? All right, one more breath here. Let's come up. Now, this hand is going to slide down my leg. If it feels okay to let go of the chair, your opposite arm is going to come up and you're going to let this hand just slide down. All right, let's come up and do that one more time. I'm going to extend first, and then I'm going to lean into it. So gate pose. And then up we go. Opposite arm is going to extend and then lean. So this hand just kind of slides down that leg. All right, very good. Okay, let's come center. And we're going to do the other side. So now I'm going to just slide my hips to the other side of my chair. Extend that leg long. Remember, think about having this leg grounded to the earth. So you're feeling very solid on this chair, right? So this leg is extended. This is the hand we're going to start with, all right? So we're going to extend it up to the ceiling. Now I'm just going to bend my supporting arm as I lean into that stretch. Should feel really, really good. So I'm trying to touch the wall with these fingertips, right? And let's do the other side now. Now my fingertips go to the ceiling first, and then I lean and feel that stretch. All right, let's do the other side one more time. Lengthen it up. Bend that supporting elbow as you lean into your gate pose. Oh, it should feel good. And let's come up and we're going to go the other side. And release. This all come back up into seated position. So the next pose is cow face pose. And what we're going to do is we're going to extend our right arm out, and I want the palm facing back. Bend at the elbow and place that hand in the small of your back. Now the other hand is going to come out, and that palm is going to face forward. And then you're going to bend that arm, that elbow, and bring that palm to the middle of the back. So let me just turn around and show you what's happening behind me. So maybe you can clasp your fingers together. Don't worry if that doesn't work. It's okay, right? You're still going to get the stretch. But I'm lifting up through my heart, right? Lifting up and just kind of squeezing behind me to feel that openness happening. Not only am I feeling a good stretch through my chest, the sternum is lifted, my arms are getting a good stretch too. One more breath here, and we're going to release that. How'd that feel? I know it can be intense, so just do what works for you, right? I'm giving you can just choose, where you want that arm placement to be. So let's do the other side, and then we're going to add one little thing on, okay? So first of all, that palm is going to face back. I'm going to bend at the elbow and place that hand in the middle of my back. And then the other palm faces out, okay? And then that is going to come up. Maybe I clasp my fingers behind me. So the other thing that's interesting is that one side maybe you can clasp and the other side you can't. Super common. This one for me, I've got way more availability, right? You see how much more I can squeeze? It happens, right? It's pretty common. I'm lifting up through my chest, feeling that stretch. One more breath, and then I'm going to release. So we're going to do one more thing. And I want to tell you, another thing you can do is grab your shirt. So we could be doing this with a strap as well if you wanted to do, use a yoga strap. But I decided just to, you can just grab your shirt if you want to. That's another option. So the only thing we're going to add is we're going to add our legs. So we're going to cross the right leg over the left. Right arm extends out, palm faces back. That one comes to the lower part of the back. Opposite arm, palm faces out, and then that one comes in, okay? And then maybe you clasp the hands behind you, or maybe you don't. The main thing I want you to think about is lifting up. Sternum is lifted. One more breath. Let's release that. And then we're going to go to the other side. So I'm going to cross the other leg over. So this is the arm that's going to go behind, low and behind. And then this one is going to, the palm is facing out, and it's going to bend at the higher part of the back. And then I'm going to, you maybe clasp my hands behind my back. Maybe the fingers touch, maybe they don't. Maybe you're grabbing your shirt. Maybe you're trying to stretch a little bit more like that way. All I care about is that you're lifting up through the heart, feeling the stretch. One more breath. We're going to release the arms. We're going to release the legs and grab a sip of water. We're going to come to standing on the right side of our chair. So we're going to do an eagle pose series, but we're going to do it with our feet on the floor. So it's not going to be a balance. This is going to be all about stretching, okay? So I want you to have your feet about hip distance apart. So not too close together, but not super wide either. So just about that hip distance apart to give yourself a good stable base. Okay, so we're going to bring our arms out to the side, and then I want you to flip those palms up to the ceiling. And when you do that, keep those shoulders down. All right? Now, we're going to cross. Your right arm is on top, so my elbows are kind of stacked. Then I'm going to bounce 3 times. Now, we're just going to bend at the elbows, and I want you to hug yourself. So nice hugs. You should feel a good stretch in the upper back. Okay? We're going to turn to the left, so turn towards your chair. And then we're going to come center. And then we're going to turn the other way. And then we're going to come center. We're going to take our elbows up towards the ceiling. So I'm looking up just a little bit, not too much. And then I'm going to bring those elbows center, and then I'm going to let the elbows fall down towards the floor, and I'm going to look down. Again, not a ton, just a little bit, right? Then we're going to bring those elbows back up, and I'm going to release. So anybody watching us do that would think, there's nothing to that. Do you feel the stretch, right? I do. Okay, we're going to do the other side now. So palms are facing up. Now that time my right arm went on top. This time my left arm is going to go on top, all right? Kind of stack those elbows, one on top of the other. Bring the shoulders down. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Bend at the elbows. Hug yourself. We're going to twist away from our chair. Notice as you twist, you want your knees and your hips to stay forward, okay? Let all the work happen right at the rib cage. Come center, and then we're going to twist the other way. You feeling that sideways stretching? Yeah? Come back center. Elbows up towards the ceiling. I'm looking up just a little bit. Elbows are going to come center, and then my elbows are going to go down towards the floor, and I'm going to look down just a little bit. It's a little stretch for the neck. Up those elbows come, and release. Okay. So you can continue doing that version, and it's great. You're going to get a lot of good stretch. If you want a little bit more, we're going to do, instead of hugging ourselves, we're going to do what we call eagle arms. And there's 2 versions of eagle arms, and I'll take us through both of those versions. Okay, so palms are going to face up. Ready? We're going to cross, right arm on top, bounce, bounce, bounce. Now, as you bend your elbows, you're going to bring the backs of your palms together. Okay? Or, if you are so inclined, the fronts of the palms can come together. But here's the thing about that. If the fronts of the palms are together and your wrists are all weird to try to get there, I'd rather you have backs of palms together. Does that make sense? Okay, so pick your position, and then everybody lift up and forearms away from the face. Do you feel your back stretching? Right? Boy, I do. Okay, are we ready? We're going to turn towards our chair. Make sure those knees stay forward. Try to keep the hips forward too. All the stretch is happening right at the rib cage. Center we go, and then we're going to go the other way. And center we go. Are we ready? Up. Elbows are coming up. We're going to bring those arms center, and then we're going to come down. So we're looking down at the floor. Up we go. And let's release. Oh my goodness, do you feel that stretch? Ooh, let's give it just a moment here because we got to do the other side. And then we got one final little thing to add on. It's fun. Okay, palms facing up. Ready? Other arm on top. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Bend at the elbows. Backs of the palms are together or fronts. Lift up, forearms away from the face. Twist away from your chair. Come center. Twist towards your chair. Come center. Lift your elbows up. Come center. Elbows down, looking down. Up we go. And release. Okay, final thing. If you want to peek at me, so what we're going to do is we'll be in our eagle and we'll be down here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to lift up and we're going to come into a star pose. Maybe, right? Up on those tippy toes, star pose, and down we go. So there's our little bit of balance. We got to do a little balance, right? Just a little bit. Okay, last time through. Here we go. Right arm on top. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Bend at the elbows, backs of the palms or fronts. Lift up, forearms away from the face. So there's our eagle arms. Ready? We're going to twist to the chair. We're going to come center. We're going to twist the other way. We're going to come center. We're going to look up. Center we go. Down we go. Let's see if we can go a little deeper into that. Maybe you bend almost like a forward fold. Okay, are we ready? We're going to lift up into star pose. Up on those tippy toes. Look up if you can. One more breath. And down we go. We got to do the other side though. I know. It's like I'm done with this one, Carol. All right, cross. Bounce, bounce. Bounce, bend. You got this. Lift up, forearms away from the face. Twist away from your chair. And center we go. And twist the other way. And center we go. Lift up. Center. Down we go. Okay, are we ready? Unravel those arms and come up into star. One more breath and down we go. Very good, you guys. All right, let's have a seat and grab a sip of water. We're going to move a little bit forward in our chair. And then I'm going to take a heel, toe, so that my feet are wide, or my legs are wide. So my knees are in alignment with my toes. Now I'm going to support my upper body with my hands on my thighs and begin to let my upper body fall forward. So it's just a little seated forward fold, okay? So I'm feeling that back is stretching. My hips are feeling some stretch. One more breath here, and then we're going to tuck our chin and we're going to roll it up, back up into a seated position. Okay, so we're going to do that same thing, but this time what I'd like you to do is clasp your hands behind your back, push your hands down towards the chair and lift up through the heart. Now, if this doesn't feel okay, we're going to come and do that same forward fold. If this doesn't feel okay, then you're going to come back to the version where your hands are on your thighs, okay? But if you're okay, we're going to lift up. Now, as we begin to come forward, we're going to let our hands just kind of come up towards the ceiling. So you should feel quite a stretch through the chest, the upper arms. I even feel it in my back. And I'm definitely feeling it in my legs as well. One more breath here. Pull your belly in, and we're going to go ahead and come back up into a seated position. And release. How did that feel? Good stretch? Okay, let's heel toe those feet back together. I'm going to take my right leg and I'm going to cross it over that opposite knee. I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to bring it on the outside of that knee. My other hand is going to be on the chair behind me. Extend nice and long through the spine. Take this right shoulder, pull it back, turn, and look over that shoulder. We're holding and we're breathing, so hold the movement but not the breath. One more breath here. Let's go ahead and face forward. And then we're going to release that and we're going to go to the other side. So opposite hand is going to go against the knee. The other hand will come back to the chair. Remember, lengthen nice and long through the spine. Pull that shoulder back, then turn and look. So I'm just breathing here. Nice, gentle breath. One more breath. Let's go ahead and face forward, release that, and take the leg off. Okay, so I'm going to take my right leg, extend it long, and my toes are to the ceiling. So we're moving into a pyramid pose. So I'm going to move forward just a little bit more forward in my chair. All right, so we're going to extend first. Just let the heart fall forward. Hands are on those thighs for a static pyramid pose. We have one more breath here. Tuck the chin and roll it up. Now, we're going to take our fingertips to the ceiling. Inhale here, exhale, and we're going to let those hands try to touch the wall in front of you, and then bring those hands down towards the leg, maybe the ankle, maybe the foot. It doesn't matter. Feel that stretch in that leg, the back side of that leg. All right, let's come up. We're going to do that just one more time. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Hold it and breathe. One more breath here. All right, let's roll up. Bend that knee, put the foot on the floor, and let's go to the other side. Extend your leg long, toes to the ceiling. Let's start by lengthening through the spine. Hold on to those thighs and let the heart fall forward. So a little static hold here. We're just going to breathe into that stretch, all right? Remembering that I'm kind of looking beyond my toes. We want to keep that back flat. Let's tuck our chin and roll up. Well, let's add extending those arms up to the ceiling. We're going to try to touch the wall in front of us, and then we're going to let those hands fall down towards the leg. And roll it up, and we're going to do that one more time. Extending nice and long. Inhale here. Exhale, try to touch the wall in front of you, and then let those hands fall down towards the leg or the foot. Doesn't matter. Feeling that stretch. One more breath, and up we go. Really, really good. We're going to move into seated pigeon. Cross ankle onto the leg. Lengthen through the spine. Let the heart begin to fall forward. So again, the back is flat. We're just feeling this stretch first. Okay, let's tuck our chin and roll up. And then just flutter the butterfly wings, just moving that hip joint a little bit. Okay, now again, extending through the spine, letting the heart fall forward. Maybe we press gently on the leg. You might feel it a little bit more, a little deeper stretch here on this, from this pigeon pose. All right, let's release that and roll it up. And flutter that butterfly wing again. In our final version, if you want to, extend your fingertips to the ceiling, try to touch the wall in front of you, and then bring those hands down towards the floor. We just have one more breath here. All right, let's roll it up and let's move to the other side, okay? So remember, our first version is we just kind of hang out here and we begin to feel that stretch into the glute. pigeon pose. All right, let's come up. Now this next version, we're going to extend the spine long, and then we're going to press gently on that leg. Just a super gentle press, but you might feel a little more stretch. One more breath. All right, let's come up and flutter that. I think I forgot that last time. It's all right. Just flutter that butterfly wing, so it's a little movement in the hip. Now the final version, extending up, extend it out, and then down we go. One more breath. All right, let's come up. Place that foot on the floor. Go ahead and sit back in your chair. Place your hands lightly on your thighs. Flip your palms up towards the ceiling. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out.
Beyond frustration. Frustration can put you in a foul mood and ruin your effectiveness, but it doesn't have to. You can notice your frustration, learn from it, take positive action based on it. You don't have to let it become an excuse. On its own, whatever is frustrating you is not forcing you to be one way or another. The source of frustration may be out of your control, yet your own response is very much up to you. Don't let frustration goad you into needless anger, rudeness, or other destructive behavior. Instead, see it as a prompt to reaffirm your own positive direction. Whether your frustration is with yourself or with your situation, there's nothing to be gained by perpetuating it. Make it your choice to move quickly beyond that frustration. Don't allow frustration to make you into someone you would not want to be. Rise above it and commit yourself once again to living at your very best.
Let's open our eyes. Drop that right ear towards the right shoulder. Reach up with the right hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that opposite hand down towards the floor. And release it. Drop your chin towards your chest. Reaching up with the hands, give the head a gentle tug. Release it. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Reach up with your left hand. Give the head a gentle tug as we press that opposite hand down towards the floor. And release it. Look up just slightly. Open your mouth if you want to stretch your jaw. Bring your hands to your heart. Honoring one another, we say Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. Remember, click on that subscribe button and leave me a comment, and I will see you next time.